everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a very pretty design painted on this green glass bottle. It is by using round brushes. I have two Amagic round brushes, a number 14 and a number 6. All these items will be listed as affiliate links down below my video. You're welcome to purchase through them. Then I'm going to be using a number 8 flat brush. It's an Amagic, a number 8 Deerfoot stippler, and a fine liner by Westonia. Alright, paint I'm using today are all FolkArt paints using berry wine, tea berry, happy green, yellow ochre, skullbush yellow, thicket, and wicker white. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is actually take my Deerfoot stippler and just stick it into the two different colors, the berry wine and the tea berry. And I'm just going to, like I do a lot of times, I will use the centers to designate where I'm putting the flowers. Just making a round ball. That's all. And doing my threes because I don't have a lot of room, so I'm just doing them in threes to get started here. I like odd numbers, so that's where the threes come into play. Alright, so right now I'm just going to leave those alone. I'm going to come into, I got a hair in here. I'm going to come in to the yellow ochre with the number 14 round brush, tip into the skullbush yellow, and this is a design where I'm going to be pulling out away from the flower, or the center I should say. Come back over it, just kind of pull out. Now these, when you're making these, you can actually just leave your flower like that. You don't have to complete it if you don't want to. And you can actually create these coming down one side and then coming back down and actually making it a fuller, kind of a fuller petal with the other color. You can do that. So I can come back around here and pull out like that. Or you can just leave them the way that I started to do them. Either way. But this is another way that you're going to introduce another color into your petals. And I'm not cleaning my brush in between. Just so you know. It's going to be on the same brush. And we'll just keep creating. This makes it thicker. Or if you like it the way I was starting to do them, I started out, that's fine too. But I forgot that I was doing this as like a double stroke basically, and ending up in the same area. I'm coming back here because you can do it this way and then come back and add to it. So we can go ahead and complete one and then come back and add the other side, or you can do it about the same time. If you feel like it's not opaque enough when you're doing it this way, then just go ahead and add in some white, or you can give it some dry time and go back over it. These are kind of fun petals, so you can do it either way. Giving you options here. So on this one we can come like that. I am overlapping. Not a big deal, but I am overlapping. Actually, I'm really enjoying painting with a round brush. I really didn't think too much about round brushes until recently. And I'm finding that they're actually pretty fun. And you can put this closer together if you want. It doesn't have to be a spread there, or you can have it with a little opening there. Either way is fine. It's pretty cute though, right? Very simple and cute. Alright, next thing I'm going to do, take my liner brush, stick it into the thicket, stick it into the happy green, and just kind of go back and forth. It's very easy, and then you can tip into them as you're painting. And I'm just doing some really quick liners. I can make it like they're attached, like this. You're all in one stem. And then of course, you know me, if you follow my channel, I like to add some little, I always call them pulls, where I'm just pulling them out from the stem. So I'm creating some other places to put leaves, and not just put leaves around the flowers, but you can, if that's what you want. And I'll come up here and come up on the top of the bottle. Come up this way if I want. The thicker you make your design though, or the more paint you have on it, the more durable it's going to be. So please keep that in mind. It's something I like to try to remind people. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the round brush. I'm going to put it into some of the paint, and I can actually tap in some of the yellow from this too if I want. And I'm going to just do some creations with my basic flowers, or not flowers, but leaves that I just do with the round brush and pull towards the center. Again, come over here. Just tip it into my lighter color. I like to make them just kind of random. And I can come back like that. Okay, and then I'll come up here and do the same thing. They can be spread out, or you can have them all close together. That's up to you. Alright, next up, I'm going to take the number 8 flat brush. Again, I can tip it into some white if I want. I will be using this white elsewhere. So, just so you know, it's not the only spot. So then you can actually do this kind of a filler leaf design, where you're up on the chisel edge and then you push down and you pull. Up on the chisel edge, you push down and you pull. And I can come out of this like that. I just want to roll it over onto, and there can be a couple in there. You can turn your brush the other direction so that it will pull in some more of the white, just to give it a little bit of a different look, like that. And then I'm going to keep going on here because there's more spots to do this on. Alright, and I can come up here and do that. . 'Cause Now this is a bottle, if you're new here, that I use all the time to do videos with. So I don't really care too much if the design is not as transparent, or I'm sorry, I don't want it to be transparent, but if it's not as opaque as I'd like it to be, I typically then would go back over it or hit it with the heat gun and go over it again. Like this is too thin for me, but for the purpose of the video, just showing you how to create the design, that's what I'm trying to do. And I do try to keep my designs very simple, and that's just for the purpose of, you know, other people being able to create and be successful at creating. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just go into, take my brush, I've got these colors in here. I'm just going to do this with the flat brush. And yes, I am pulling in some yellow. It's okay. I can do little stem pulls from here. I can come in here, go out like that, and like that. And if I want to come over these a little bit and just say, oh, I got some other leaves that are mixing in here, I can do that as well. Just keep it light, airy. Or if you want to just do it to where it's not covering up any of the leaves you've already painted, you can do it like that. You maybe even do your thin liner brush to put in the stems. That's fine too. But you get the gist. Just put them in wherever you feel like they're needed. Now, with the centers, let me lay this back down again, sorry. I'm going to come back in here with my Deerfoot stippler, pounce it in, and I'm going to come in here and just pounce back over. I tend to do this a lot. You can do this without having your centers pounced in already, or you can do it just like what I'm doing. Either way. And it is pulling in some yellow, which is fine, and I'm not concerned about that. If you don't like it doing that, then I would recommend hitting it with the heat gun before you do this, or give it some dry time. Either way, because you can tap over these if you want. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm just sticking it in here. And I'm going to come in here, just pounce some stuff into the center, let it like that, and I can come back over with the color and just pounce it in just to kind of blend it in a little bit more. And then maybe even just hit it with some brightness, just a little bit here and there, just to make it stand out a little bit more. You know, you can play with it and get it to look however you want it to look. But again, I think this is fine. Now just to give you an example here, it's dried just a little bit. Let's see what it does if I come back over it here. You know, definitely make it a lot darker or more opaque. Maybe not quite as much as I'd want it to be, so I might want to give it that dry time. But either way, it's fine. Alright, that was just an example if you want to go over it again. Alright, I hope you liked this video. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. And before you leave, if you would share this video on your social network, I would appreciate it. Just hit the share button you'll find underneath and you'll be good to go. I do appreciate you.